want to let you know that this is a top find. It really, truly is a great product. It's brand new today. Once again, it's on 3 easy monthly payments that are only good till the end of the day. But to me, this is really an elevated comfort piece of clothing. Right. And there are so many pretty colors to choose from, but it's less than $50. It's also on 3 payments of $16.59. We have sizes extra, extra small through 3X, and we'll go through the colors with you in just a moment as the girls come on out looking beautiful.
Look at that on Brenda. Yeah, I did a quick change into this. I feel so comfortable in this, yet I could go into work in this.
Well, that's true.
You know?
Because tell me a little bit about the garment first, and then I'll go to colors.
So this is that baby French terry that feels so incredible on the skin, and we wanted to give you something that had some color, that had a print, but that wasn't difficult to wear. And you can see the way we're going down here linear and coming on the angle, Mary Beth, because what does the eye see? The eye kind of goes to the point and makes you look thinner. Just an incredible piece here.
It's interesting, like you said, how this is a flap, but it doesn't open up. It's all stitched on.
Right.
But you've got the regular length of the top, and then that goes down.
Belly coverage.
Yes, I like that. By the way, you have on the rose blush.
Yes.
So that's the rose blush. This is the celery right here, and it's like a celery green
and it's
mixed
like
with aqua.
It's like a heather. Little bit of a heather going to that. It's beautiful.
All of these are heathered, in fact, but this one is the celery. Then we take a look at this one, and this one is considered the white. And again, it's a heathered white. It has a lot of the gray in it, but it mixes with the red and the blue.
Isn't that great? It's going to look great with our indigo pants we have coming up.
And for Memorial Day
perfect.
and anytime.
4th of July, really. Labor Day, you got it.
Then here was the rose blush that Carol Ann has on. This is the orchid.
That's what we saw Brenda in. This is fabulous.
That's beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. And you can see the way they wove when we get a chance, the way the work they did here, the printing. Not easy because these overlap each other. So one print, another print, so a lot of work.
And then here's the fog blue. So look at this one, and again, you have everything from kind of a light blue to a medium blue to a darker blue down here. So that's the fog blue. This is the orchid. This is rose blush. That is your white. And then we have celery green. So let's go back, because one of the things that Halston loves to do is give us things that we can wear on an everyday basis. Right. But have a little bit more elevated look or designer look, because it is a designer's design collection.
And to make it look good on everybody, to give you something that was really flattering. So take a look at the length on this. Again, I'm 5'7". I'm getting nice tush coverage on this, but coming around the front, there you see that really pretty angle and these stripes that just accentuate that. 3/4 length sleeves. Mary Beth, we always talk about the word athleisure because that's where the world has gone. Can I wear this with a yoga pant? Absolutely. Can I wear this with this great trouser we have coming up, studio stretch, and going to the office? Absolutely. I would even team this with a skirt. I'm going to put this with my skinny jeans. I'm going to put it with my boot cut jeans. So we want to give you something in your wardrobe year round that you can reach for. Not have to think about it. You put this on, you put your pant on, you're good to go. And Mary Beth, it feels delicious on the body.
It's actually 62% cotton, 31% polyester, 7% spandex. This is the blue fog color of the top, and coming up are these really great stretch pants. That happens to be called light indigo. So if you get the light indigo with the blue fog, you have a set that was perfectly put together.
But goes just as well with a dark pant. So, you know, we want to show you there's no way to go wrong here. It would go with my white pant. This is so easy to match with whatever you have in your closet. Every single one of these goes back to a jean. Just remember that. Every single one of these goes back to a white pant. So a really pretty design. And Mary Beth, I feel like it's not overwhelming.
It's not at all. I want to go through colors again. Here's the blue fog. And then we have the heathered celery.
So pretty.
This is your heathered orchid.
And keep in mind, pink is everywhere, Mary Beth, spring and summer 2017.
Good, good. And then this is the rose blush, a little bit more on the peach tone.
Exactly.
And then we have what we call the white. And again, all of these are heathered, meaning that there's other colors of thread in there besides the white.
Right.
So it comes off a little bit softer in tone. And just also to let you know, it's all machine wash, tumble dry. The missies will go about 26 to 28 inches in length, and the plus size is 29 to 30 inches in length. And I wondered if you want to go over to Brenda.
Absolutely.
And
You want us to grab a few?
about these.
Very, very good. Okay. So moving over to Brenda, you can see she is in the row. She is 5'8". I am 5'7". You're seeing where it is on us. If you're shorter, if you're say 5'3", 5'4", I'm imagining this is going to come down just a few inches shorter on you, but giving you complete coverage, which Mary Beth makes it perfect for you who love to wear leggings, which is everybody. So it's that perfect accompaniment to a legging. I certainly would be wearing this with my yoga pant, but then again, great with this trouser. Take a look at that design. So here's where the eye is drawn down to this narrow little angle. Very, very slenderizing. And then you have this great detail here. It's not going to come apart. This is all stitched down for you. You don't have to worry about that. So when you launder this, nothing's going to come apart. It's stitched down. Falls very, very easily, covering the tummy, covering the top of the legs there. Really beautiful 3/4 length sleeve. You know, Mary Beth, if you wanted to, this is something that's comfortable enough to wear under a coat or a jacket.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you're running around.
Yeah.
It seems like a sweatshirt. It seems like it has that athleisure feel, but it is so much prettier. And, you know, we have so many plain solids in our closet. So many wardrobes. We go to that. Isn't it nice to have something in your wardrobe that you don't have to add jewelry? You don't have to do anything. You have this gorgeous print. It stands alone. It is chic. Team it with your jeans. You're ready to go.
What size do you wear, Carol Ann?
This is the extra small.
Okay, and is that typically what you take
It is
in
typically
Halston?
what I take in Halston.
Okay, great.
Yes.
So
I'm true to
Carol Ann
size
has
on
the
this.
extra small. Brenda, who's wearing the orchid, she's wearing the extra, extra small. And I want to come over to Monica because Monica's 5'9", but she wears the medium.
Right.
And so you see she's got the curves, and I totally relate to that. But anyway, so she's wearing the medium. We've got extra small and extra, extra small.
Right.
Just really cute in these colors, the white, the rose blush, the orchid.
It doesn't
we have
pull
the blues and the greens.
across the back. You know what? You don't get that tightness in the back. Very easy neckline.
Yeah,
you know,
very.
very, very modest. So you're going to be able to wear this into work. You're going to be able to wear it to worship if you want, right? It's very easy.
And here's the thing, it's brand new, and we have it on 3 easy payments, where you can get this home for less than $17 a month on your credit card. Now, those easy pays go away at the end of the day. So if in fact you want to make sure that you can get this and get the colors you want, and I'll go through them again, this is the time to pick up the phone or go to QVC.com and place your order. The item number is A287112. Here is the white.
Which is beautiful. It's really like almost like a little bit of an oatmeal color.
Yeah.
I love it with that dark, dark blue and that red coming down.
Red and blue. Here we have the rose blush, which really is that kind of almost skin tone kind of color.
Peach. You know what? It's very neutral. There's less contrast in this one, as you can see. You don't have a contrast on this one really beautifully if you love your neutrals and want to stay a little more muted.
Orchid. This is the one that we have Brenda in, and a lot of people are buying that one.
This, and you know, when you take a really close look at this, there's so much work went into this because, Mary Beth, this isn't a solid line.
Right.
It looks like a little bit of a distressed, like a painterly line, so there's depth to this, there's detail to this. So much work goes into creating that look.
Yeah, it really does. And then this is called heathered celery.
Which I
and
love.
it's actually more of a mint green than a
Perfect.
celery green.
You're right.
But because it's a cool tone green, and then you have the aqua down here and a little deeper aqua going across this way. So if you like this soft green, go with the celery. And then this, I think, is stunning, and that's the blue fog.
Really
Once again,
pretty.
Navy and a medium blue. And I want to turn this over and just talk to what we called, you called it a baby French terry.
French terry. It is so soft against your skin. This is breathable. This is easy to wash. So when you put this on, you don't feel like that sweltering feel of a sweatshirt, which is so nice. We never want to make you too hot. The banding at the bottom is not going to pull in either.
No.
It's been done so beautifully. And the banding goes down to that angle. I mean, really beautifully done, Mary Beth,
It really is. You know what else I was just thinking was if it just had the band around the bottom.
It would blouse soon
It would,
out.
yeah, and it would make
Yes.
it look more like a lightweight sweatshirt. But because of the print, because of this having that extra little cut and that angle right here, that's what really elevates it. That's why I called it
beautifully.
an elevated comfort piece.
You know what? It really is just a beautiful extra top you have in your wardrobe to go to instead of the plain black, instead of the plain blue. Get a little color that's easy to wear and at the same time flatters your figure. Going back to that Halston DNA, we want you to look good coming and going. We want you to have drape. We don't want to cling on the belly. We don't want to cling on the hip. And that's what you're getting with this.
We talk about this being transitional. Can I tell you transitional? How about the fact that this morning when I woke up, which was in the middle of the night, it was 61 degrees.
I know.
By tonight, it's going to be in the 30s, and by 3 a.m. tomorrow here in the Philadelphia area, we are set to get 4 to 8 inches of snow. So when we talk about transitional clothing,
We live in transitional clothing.
This is it right here. It's like